Well, good morning, everybody. First of all, I want to be thankful and really thank God for everything that happens in my life. But yesterday, my little brother, well, not my little brother, but one of my brothers, my brother Danny Boy, see, he has a sleep apnea, and he does a lot of stuff at night. He's up at night and he's up in the day. He sometimes does a little above and beyond. Well, I just want to inform everybody that it's good to admit that sometimes that you're tired, and you shouldn't be driving when you're tired. A lot of stuff occur when you fall asleep when you're driving, when you're too exhausted. And just want to tell everybody that everybody knows about Elizabeth, and everybody knows several accidents I've had. When you're exhausted, when you're tired, you gotta learn to admit that you need to take time to relax, to enjoy yourself, and don't live life fast and furious, and don't expect your body to understand and to live up to expectations. It does have several limits, and one of the limits that I encourage everybody to take the time to accept that we're all not superhuman. We're not meant to work and not take a break. And most of all, I encourage everybody to find someone that they love, someone that they trust, someone that they could depend on. I think that people give you hope, give you a reason to take care of yourself. Now that I'm enjoying life a little bit, it's awesome, and the devil works in mysterious ways. Okay, everybody. I always tell everybody to take care of their bodies, take care of the temple, and don't overdo it. Your body can only handle so much, and you gotta take care of yourself in various ways, physical, mentally. In one blink of an eye, your life could be over. This time, nothing serious happened to my brother. Airbags and everything functioned correctly. He came home walking, and I'm super proud that I was gifted and honored that I had the privilege that he called me on the spot, and he told me that he was all right, and no matter what he hears or what his thought, his mind is, he's 100%. So I was happy, and I was grateful to God that my prayers, and that he hears me, and that he gave me my brother back complete. To a lot of people, a car crash could be nothing serious. To others, it could mean the whole world. And I just want everybody to know that take it seriously. Don't just get on the wheel. I'm talking about when you're drunk, you're high, you're fucked up, or you're tired, you're exhausted. You know what I mean? You gotta accept and admit that when we get older, little stuff really have an impact. So my brother doesn't have a description how it happened. All he knows is that he woke up with the putazo, you know what I mean? With the airbags and everything. And he wasn't scared. He wasn't mad. He was just grateful that life had a good outcome. He didn't kill nobody. He didn't hurt or cause any major accident. He didn't flip over and cause major consequences, you know. And you don't remember, and you don't know how or when it happened. All you know is that he crashed, you know. And it is awesome. It is awesome that he's alive, you know. So that's the car. It doesn't look as bad as I thought, but it's still my mother's car. And, I'm just seeing the car, and thank God it wasn't as big as I thought it was, you know. Even though it's a minor incident, still hurts thinking that something drastic will happen instantly, you know. It's crazy when you get the call in the middle of the night, when you get woken up, when you're heavy asleep, you wake up to a call that, hey, I just crashed, I'm okay. It does really hurt. The moment I realized that he crashed, things circle in your mind, circle in your thoughts, and you begin to think that it's crazy, eh? Even to the most professional persons that could drive and really are professional drivers, it does happen to all of us. It does happen to all of us, and I'm grateful to anybody that ever gets that call. You should be privileged that you got the call and you get to speak to the loved ones that you love. Doesn't matter if it's a scratch, a bruise. Doesn't matter if it was full throttle. Doesn't matter. But I've been awake. Well, I've gotten this call 2 times already in my lifetime, and the first 2 times, but they were dramatic, and I still remember when I got my brand new truck and my Silverado, my GMC, my 2003 clean ass truck, and an hour later I crashed it. I called my brother, and it was during April Fool's time, you know, and he just looked at me, he goes, no fucking way. But besides everything, he goes, but you okay? I go, yeah, I'm okay. And he goes, thank you for calling me. I go, hey, don't ever forget that it might not be significant to others, but I pray for my brother day and night, and I understand life. Today we're here, tomorrow we're gone, and we don't know how, but they just instantly vanish, or life changes instantly, you know. So I just want to take the moment to tell everybody, calm down, absorb your body, talk to it, ask it, you know, take the time to rest, to reflect, not now there's Lyft and everything. So if you're drunk, try not to drive drunk and drive. You know. If you're tired, exhausted, take the time. You know what I mean? When you're yawning and you can't get up, and you're putting saliva on your finger, and you open the window, and you know what I mean? Get off the car for a minute and do some jumping jacks. You know, do something. You know, call somebody and talk to somebody. Sometimes it's good. You know, and I've been through all those heavy drives that you're just like trying to focus. You know, well, that's your body telling you to take a break. You know, your body's exhausted. You know, like you have to learn to be alert and to notice the signs of your body that they're you know, reflecting, they're adjusting to you, but they're not 100%. And that's when you have to admit that even though you can handle it, take the time, you know, to stop, get off the car, walk, you know what I mean? Do something different for the moment. You don't just have to like adjust your head and keep it straight and try to focus and try to get wherever you're getting. What's the hurry? What's the problem that you're gonna be there? You're not coming home to nothing. You're not in a hurry to nothing. You know, take the time to get off, take a break. You know what I mean? Shouldn't be driving. That's the number one thing. When your body's already telling you can't handle it, when you're swerving, when you're falling asleep, take the time, you know. Stop. Take a nap. My brother's taking naps before and everything, and he's called me and he's told me that he's tired and he just wants to talk. And I always tell him, pull over, man. But this time, like I said, got woken up. And the best thing that happened, it wasn't a policeman that called me. Last time, everybody knows the story about Elizabeth. I was talking to her, and then like, I suddenly like, her phone went dead. They picked up the phone, and it was the policeman, and told me that she was in a serious accident, and that she didn't suffer a lot. Well, I said, what? I go, what are you talking about? I was just talking to her, and I'm just gonna inform my daughter, Vanessa, you know, that you start living life and driving comes with a lot of serious consequences, you know. Everybody thinks it's just getting on the whoopie whoop and had the sounds and fresh car and looking all cheated up and toda la cosa. But there's a lot of stuff that, especially now that people are like me, doing videos while they're driving and not being 100% focused. You know what I mean? Good thing that I'm fine as fuck, that I don't have to look at myself. I could just fucking talk and accept how I look, you know? Which is fucking good, eh? I'm just playing around. So, but seriously, man, people are picking up, texting, talking, using navigation systems, and they want to hear their corridos, their favorite songs, and say a kill to the hyenas while they're passing, you know, check her out y toda la cosa. And hyenas are checking out vatos, you know, like when they see a good looking guy, you know, they want to throw a what's up to them, you know, a cubo, you know. Just focus, you know. And you gotta accept and acknowledge that you don't need to put yourself in so many circumstances. You can admit that sometimes we need that body rest. me on Tuesday, I didn't feel like working. I was exhausted. I tried waking up. I wake up. I took a shower, a cold shower. Still didn't wake me up. I said, fuck that, I ain't go to work. I don't let the devil call me. I don't need. I could make up whatever I lost that day. I could make up. I don't need to think it's the end of the world. I'm privileged and I'm lucky, all right, everybody? Not everybody can afford that. Some people, their bills and their obligations, they can't afford to rest. And my woman, she has to pick up her kids. She works all night long hard. You know what I mean? Sometimes she surprises me with some besitos, you know what I mean? Some food and todo. I'm amazed and I'm privileged to have a woman like that. But we all have to understand that we want the best for each other. Especially for you, baby, number 18. And yesterday was an awkward day. I know it might offend people, whatever. One of my personnel, one of my ex, you know, my ex. I think it was like number 15, 14, somewhere around there. She called me, called me, and I was whoopity whoop, you know, doing my lift. And I got the call, and she goes, "Hey, you know what? I'm not trying to come back to you or anything, but I'm going for a heart surgery, and it's a 50-50, you know. I just want you to know that my life is awesome, but if something happens to me, you treated my sons and my daughter fucking awesome, man. Something happens, you know, they ask you anything, feel free to allow them to ask, because they're young, you know what I mean? Ask any question, you know what I mean? I told her, yeah. But everything's gonna be okay, don't worry about it. I felt that, look what's here, that the evil vibe, the spirit, that cold. And I prayed for her. And people that were me in the car, I had just picked up from Children's Hospital some kid, a sister and his mom, and they kind of heard the conversation. And I don't know what it is. Jesus Christ works in mysterious ways, that we got anointed and we prayed. And the person that I had in the car, the mom told me that her little son, when she was about 6-7 years old, probably 8, he had an open heart surgery from the bottom to the top. So he still has that, not that retard, but that, you know what I mean, when you get operated and go, yeah, I got it operated this month, and they just came for a checkup. Reflecting a little good, and she says that it's awesome that someone has somebody to call, and that I should be privileged and honored that I have people that really care for me. And she told me, "Could I call you too?" Yeah, call me, man. I'll always pray for you. I'll always have a moment for Jesus Christ for a prayer, you know, for a blessing. And then the little kid, you know, throw some música and pump some downs and tell me I was the best person in the world. And told me that whoever called, Not in those exact words. Remember, he's still like a little, a little retard, with the operation. He mumbles and tell me that there is a real God, and he believes in him. And I told him, I wish I could have interviewed him, but I told him that God works in mysterious ways. I told him about my stab and how don't go. And I told him that you gotta grow up and keep that same faith and whatever he asks God to continue doing whatever he promised. And always be good to his mom, and to be there, to give him more time. Where he could buy a big house for his mom, because he wants to be a singer after he hear my music. How many of us haven't wished or said that we're gonna be millionaires and singers and we're gonna buy a big house for our mom? That's what I felt yesterday. Scary moment. The operation, she called me after and she said that, it went all good y todo. And she's happy. She's good spirits. And she thanked me for praying for her, and if something would have happened, I would have helped her kids, I said, yeah, I would have. Right? I mean, that life continues and moves on. But we do pray and we do spread our hands and reach out to the farthest point. And our thoughts and our ways are always, they mean good. And so yeah, I mean, I don't know what she, out of her heart, she just needed to feel the anointment of Jesus Christ. She told me something special. Only my mom, my tia Bertha, my pastor, and people that know how devoted I am to Jesus Christ will test me, So she said that she had no one to pray for her, and she's always admired me that no matter my looks deceive or how I pretend or assume to be, she goes, you're a kind-hearted, Jesus Christ lives in your heart, and you anoint and bless everybody around you, And she felt the spiritual, and she felt that Jesus Christ lives in me, That she just needed a prayer, someone to pray for her. As always, I called up and told my ex Mavi to pray for her. So pray for a friend, friend that's getting operated, and she's all right. I'll pray for her. And I know my daughter prayed también, without them knowing who am I telling them to pray for. But I believe in prayers, and I believe in Jesus Christ that He works in mysterious ways, And sometimes a prayer goes a long way. And I'm privileged that, not to brag, that my enemies, my ex, people that technically don't like my ways of living, they call me. They tell me, can you pray for me? I don't know who else to ask. And I know that you have the spiritual, and you have a direct line. I don't have no direct line. I'm just like everybody else, but I do teach everybody that I do pray, and I do believe in Jesus Christ. I accept Him as my Lord and Savior. And yes, I am devoted, and I do a lot of bad things in life. One thing is I never forget God. But little did I know, like I said, that I was gonna get woken up in the night. And it was gonna be my brother. And I prayed. I didn't get scared because it was his voice. It was him just acknowledging that he fucked up. Said bye, you know? But no matter what the outcome is, he's gonna move on, you know? He's gonna make the best out of it, you know? He just said that sleep time never loses, catches up to you. So I just want everybody to know that, to reflect and to acknowledge that sometimes our vessels, our body, they need a break. And like I said, see, you're putting some ice, you know, some stuff in your eyes to stay awake, slapping yourself, putting the AC, blasting music, fucking calling somebody, pull over. There's no hurry, there's time. Pull over, get off, fucking walk a minute or two and get some fresh air, you know, change the scenery, change something. You're too valuable, you're too important to get paralyzed, to kill somebody, to cause something horrific, to take someone else's life. That's the worst. Now, what about this? What about they're getting by? Which has happened to me that they don't have papers and they need their car and you just fucked up their car. You fucked up their life. Yeah, you're going to have your insurance. Yeah, you're going to have a different car. Yeah, you're going to have toll. But what about them? Think about them. What about you reflect and you start acknowledging that whatever we do in life has consequences. Like I said, I'm trying as much as I can. I fucked up this time. Next time it's not gonna happen. My number 18, she got in the car with me and I did drive with some beers on me. Shouldn't have. Should have had trusted her and let her to drive. And I promise that it's a sign from Jesus Christ that me está mandando una buena mujer and a woman that I could trust and I could hear. And I did hear her a little stutter that she didn't know to get in the car or not to get in the car, but it was stupid of her and stupid of me because we had kids that need us and we need to teach them the basic things in life. And first and last time. And sorry, Letty, should have gave you my keys, but you believed in the evil spirits that I said that I have a woman, she's gonna drive, and I reflected wrong, everybody. So I apologize for that, and I think that my brother's doing good. One of my friends, heart surgery went good, and the little kid, Tony, Tony Montola, he had a heart surgery and he's gonna do good, and he wants to be a singer, and I'm his idol because I have a badass car. Thank you, everybody, for listening to me, and remember, learn and observe yourself and give yourself that extra minute to reflect. Should you be driving? Should you be causing conflicts and problems to everybody? Or should you just chill and rest up? All right, everybody.